Hello, my beautiful souls. I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you your daily tarot reading for Thursday, November the 19th. And I do want to, of course, take this moment to, as always, express my appreciation, gratitude, genuinely for all of your likes and comments and subscriptions. Thank you, thank you. And I meditated on the energy overall for the day, and the message that came through was abundance is coming. Abundance is coming, and I feel like it's going to be a very simple day compared to the past couple of days, but also very sleepy, which is carrying through from Wednesday. So let's get started. Let's begin by pulling a message or two from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. What do we have for our beautiful collective spirit for Thursday the 19th? Keep them coming. What else do we have to begin? Oh, we got 4. I'm going to start with these two. Soul family, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. It feels like you've been accomplishing a lot recently. It feels like we as a collective, each individually have had a lot on our shoulders, a lot on our plate. And they're reminding you that, if need be, moving forward and throughout this day in particular, calling your soul tribe. Think about those people closest to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be your family. Who do you feel helps you in the best way, shape, and form? And then we have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Interesting. Given it's a very sleepy, kind of simple day, and compared to the previous days where it was very busy and a bit hectic and, very task-oriented, I do feel like it's a day for you to mother yourself in the sense, think about what, you need for your health, a very self-care kind of vibe coming through. Think about what would help you feel revived for when the fast pace picks up again in the following days, when also in a sense to prepare you for this next chapter that is on the horizon. And then we have Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future. For a lot of you, you are rewriting kind of what is expected from you, when it comes to your family and your ancestors and, how things have gone throughout your family up until this point. Or, just those people in your life who, expect certain things or certain outcomes from you. You're sort of putting your foot down and rewriting things for yourself and being like, well, actually, this is how I'm going to do it. And you'll see how it's going to be successful. And it's just kind of you'll have to wait and just see the results, because it feels like those people aren't going to necessarily fully get it until you show them that proof. So you just got to believe in yourself, the universe, and spirit, and your divine plan up until that point. And then we have Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? It feels like with the simplistic kind of sleepy day we have ahead of us, it also is a good chance to reflect, a good chance to think to the future, but, not stressfully, just sort of, like it says, where are you being called to journey to? For some of you, you're moving. For some of you, you're starting a new job. At the very least, it feels like as a collective, we're starting a new chapter, a new journey. And it's just about looking within and asking yourself on a soul level, where are you being called to journey to? Where does your soul want you to go? Where are your guides pushing you to go? Where have you always wanted to be in your life in one way, shape, or form? These are questions I feel like you should and will end up asking yourself throughout this day. And then it's side by side with the Mother card. I feel like that's another way that you'll end up mothering yourself. Let's continue by pulling 4 tarot cards for the day. Alrighty, 1 shuffle down. Let's do 1 more shuffle. Spirit, what do we have to continue this reading for Thursday the 19th? Thank you, Spirit. All right, we got them. Perfect. I was not going to show this, but now I feel like I am. The Eight of Wands. This is the third daily reading in a row this is coming out in one way, shape, or form. And I feel like this is coming through today, for this day, differently, in the sense that the day isn't going to be as quick, given it's very simple, but your abundance, like the overall message says, is going to be coming in quickly. And it feels like it all kind of starts with this new chapter. As soon as you start that new chapter, whatever adjustments or changes you're making will come with or initiate so much abundance for you. And I mean, think about it for a second. That change that you're making, or that adjustment that's happening, that is a form of abundance. So don't doubt it for a second. Alrighty, let's see what the other two are. All right, so we're starting off with the Five of Wands in reverse. It feels like you start off the day with both a lack of conflict, but also not feeling like you have to, at this point, fight for what you want out of life. It just kind of feels like things are finally falling into place. And finally, you have this kind of, either you've taken all the steps you needed to, or the majority of them up until this point, for this next chapter to kind of start and smoothly begin, or you feel like, or you just, again, feel like things are going to fall into place with or without that added stress and burden that you have maybe previously put on your own shoulders. And it's interesting because the situation that you're in that's potentially changing with this new chapter feels less chaotic than it used to be. And I think that shocks you. Your day starts on a more peaceful note than you expect. Wow. That shocks me, honestly. But it's side by side with this Star Mother card. And they're saying, this is a gift from the universe. This is a little piece of abundance, a taste of what's to come. Not necessarily in that situation, but just it's there. It's your guides and the universe's way of saying, you know what, you deserve to start your day on a peaceful note. So simply take this day to take care of you. You know, enjoy the peace that you have ahead of you, the contentment, the fulfillment, and of course the abundance. And then the Nine of Wands to move on to the second card. And it's, this came out in reverse at first, but then they told me to put it upright. And I feel like as the first half of the day wraps up, you do feel a bit burnt out, a bit tired. I mean, you've been doing a lot lately to get ready for this next chapter and journey, or to simply just get all of the things done that you need to. But I mean, think of it in this way. You're preparing for so much abundance. You're preparing for everything you've wanted and desired in life. So therefore, it's worth it. But again, reiterates that it's a day for self-care. It's a day for you to do what you need to feel revived, rejuvenated, and ready to take on this amazing next chapter that you have ahead of you. And realize that this kind of wounded feeling, this burnt out feeling, it may not be fully taken away from your life moving forward, but I do feel like it's going to be less of a thing, less consistent. If you feel like it's just, you're always feeling so burnt out day after day, week after week. There are better days ahead of you in that sense as well. And then to move on to the second half of the spread / day, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like you do exactly what I've been saying, what Spirit's been encouraging and pushing you to do. You do something in that first half, or, you know, to take care of you, to make yourself feel better, to kind of lift you back up. And it makes you feel more confident, more in your power, more content. And I mean, it's not like you weren't feeling content about your future in the first half of the day, but it just helps you feel physically and, you know, soulfully and mentally just much healthier. And that's exactly where you need to be at this point, because you have a lot of amazing things ahead of you, and you don't want to taint that by feeling burnt out as you enter that next chapter and journey. And it's aligned with this Five of Wands, and I feel like this as well adds to that peaceful feeling of the day. It adds to that that lack of conflict. It just, it's coming through in that sense. Is it adds to the lack of conflict in your mind. It helps you just feel more at ease and just better about you, which, and you set the tone for other people, right? And you'll be vibing differently, and people will notice that, and eyes will be on you. And it's side by side with this soul family card, and it feels like this may be a moment where you look to some of those soul connections because you're feeling good, and then they may even notice you more because, again, you're glowing on a different level. For some reason, I feel like at this point in the day, you'll feel very connected to, at the very least, one soul connection. King of Swords to finish off the day and spread. And this came through in the previous reading for the day before, for Wednesday as well. And I feel like you end the day being very honest with, with people and situations and yourself. And I do feel like that's an energy that carried through from Wednesday. Some people need to hear your truth. But it just also feels like part of you feels the need to defend where you're heading or what you're about to accomplish with the changes you're making, even if people aren't coming at you or situations aren't coming at you in a way that should make you feel defensive. It's just an underlining tone with people and how they respond to what you say about it. Or, do you know what I'm saying? And it just feels like you feel the need to be like, hey, this is what I'm doing with my life. These are the changes and adjustments I'm making. And you know what, I'm proud of it. And you're going to, like I was saying in the beginning, you'll have to just wait to see that it's all going to work out, because I have that gut feeling and I'm trusting my intuition. And at the end of the day, that is what matters the most. They'll see. They'll come around. And it's aligned with this Nine of Wands, and I feel like having to always feel like you need to defend yourself or feel like you are almost alone in that sense makes you feel even more wounded. So moving forward, I feel like some of those changes you're making will strip that away. But remember, you have so much abundance coming. So just keep that in mind as you trickle through this simplistic day. Now, with that said and done, I once again more than appreciate all of your likes, comments, subscriptions, all of the above. I hope this reading was truly helpful, and I hope you have the most amazing Thursday, and I will see you next time. Bye.